Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the energy band diagram of open circuited PN junction. After that we will study diode current equation. Okay. So before going to the energy band diagram structure, let us discuss about how the energy band diagram of P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor can be drawn. And also we are going to draw the energy band diagram of intrinsic semiconductor. After that we will combine this P material with N material to form a PN junction. So we are going to study the energy band diagram of open circuited PN junction. Open circuited means we are not giving any external supply to this PN junction diode. Okay. Then, when a P material is combined with N material, it will form a barrier that is known as a depletion layer. Because when the holes cross this barrier and enter into the N region, or electrons cross this barrier and reach this P material, they leave oppositely charged ions at the back side. Therefore, they will form a strong electric field intensity among these negative and positive ions. So what type of, what kind of barrier will develop? P side negative ion distribution, N side positive ion distribution. So this is the barrier. Okay, so for example, the barrier voltage for germanium is 0.3 volts and the barrier for silicon is around 0.6 or 0.7 volts. Now we are going to study the same concept in terms of this energy band diagram. Okay, so now let us see the energy band diagram of P-type, N-type and also intrinsic semiconductor. Energy band diagram of semiconductors. Okay, so now let us see. First let us take intrinsic semiconductor. In case of intrinsic semiconductor, the energy band diagram is like this. This is valence band. This is conduction band. In case of intrinsic semiconductor, N is equal to P. That is the number of electrons is equal to the number of holes. The number of negative charges are equal to number of positive charges. Therefore, the Fermi level is in the middle of the forbidden gap. What is meant by forbidden energy gap? Forbidden gap indicate, the Fermi level indicate the maximum gravity of the concentration of the carriers. For example, in case of intrinsic semiconductor N is equal to P, that's why Fermi level indicates the equality among the holes and electrons. Therefore, Fermi level is in the middle. If you take a P-type semiconductor, you know that in case of a P-type semiconductor, the majority charge carriers are holes, or this is the acceptor energy level, valence band. Above that, there is a Fermi level. Finally, there is a conduction band also. So this is for P-type semiconductor. Therefore, in case of P-type semiconductor, the Fermi level is above the valence band because there are more number of positive charge carriers within the P material. If you draw N-type semiconductor, in case of N-type semiconductor, there are more number of conduction electrons. So there are extra donor levels. After that, the Fermi level is here. Because in case of N-type semiconductor, the number of electrons are more. Here, number of electrons are greater than holes. Here, number of positive charges are greater than electrons. Here N is equal to P in case of intrinsic semiconductor. Therefore, in case of N-type semiconductor, there are more number of conduction electrons. Therefore, the Fermi level is below the conduction band. Now, what we are going to do now? We are going to combine P material with N material to form a PN junction diode, isn't it? See here, a P material is combined with N material. So now we are going to draw what is the resultant energy band diagram. Because here the Fermi level is above valence band, here the Fermi level is below conduction band. If you combine these two, it should reach an equilibrium condition. It is nothing but the intrinsic level. So here we are going to discuss about the open circuited PN junction. Open circuited means you are not at all giving any supply for the working of this diode. Therefore, when P is combined with N material, it will form a barrier. In the previous slide, we have seen that P side negative ions distribution and N side positive ion distribution is there. Therefore, we are going to draw energy band diagram for this PN junction diode. That is, you are going to combine this diagram with this diagram to reach the equilibrium condition. Okay. So here I am going to draw this energy band diagram. So this left portion is considered as a P-type material and this right portion will be covered with N-type material. So this is P side and this is N side. If you see the construction means this is a P-type material, N-type material which is connected under open circuited condition. And you know that P side there is a barrier, negative ion distribution, and N side there is a positive ion distributions. See here, see this is the P side and this is the N side. Okay, so now I am going to mark the bands, energy bands. See here, this is here the Fermi level is above the valence band that we discussed just now, and this is a conduction band. So in P-type material, the Fermi level is above the valence band. In N-type material, the Fermi level is below the conduction band and this is a valence band. Of course. Okay, now let us see if both P and N materials are joined together, some equilibrium condition should reach. Here, why it is not in equilibrium condition? See here, this is above valence band, this is below conduction band. So, an equilibrium condition means it should reach the intrinsic condition. That is, in case of intrinsic semiconductor, the Fermi level is this is valence band and this is conduction band. The Fermi level must be in the middle. So between the valence and conduction band, there is a forbidden gap. Fermi level occupies the middle portion of that forbidden energy gap. See here, what is the middle portion? This is conduction band and this is valence band. So the middle is this one. So the new Fermi level is like this. Okay, so this is represented by EF dashed and this is EF dash. Actually, this is an equilibrium condition reached in case of open circuited PN junction, because see here, from here to here, the energy gap is exactly by 2. From here to here, the energy gap is Eg by 2. So how much Fermi level is raised towards the conduction band, and this is the rise, this is known as E1, consider this as E1, and here how much value is reduced or it bring back to the middle portion, that is E2. So now this E1 plus E2 will cause a special barrier, so that is represented by E0. This is known as the barrier voltage. So this is from examination point of view, this is a very important question. The question will be like this: draw the energy band diagram of an open circuited PN junction. That is, whenever there is no supply given to a PN junction diode, how the energy band diagram or how the equilibrium condition will be achieved in case of this PN junction diode. So now, what is the expression for this barrier? Exactly what is this barrier? For example, if any electron try to cross this junction, it is like a barrier. So this electron is again pulled back, because see from this side, if any electron try to cross this barrier, it is repelled by negative ion distribution. So that's why this electron cannot travel because of this high barrier potential. Similarly, if any hole try to cross this barrier, it is repelled by positive ions. That is like a barrier. Suppose if you see, if any hole is trying to cross from P to N side, again there is a barrier from the N side. Therefore, like that it will form a barrier potential. So, you can estimate this barrier potential. Now, let us write the expression for barrier. How much barrier is there? For example, here in the, now we discussed about the barrier voltage is 0.3 volts for germanium, and it is around 0.7 volts for silicon. So how you got those values? So we need one expression that is known as a contact difference potential or contact potential simply. So this 0.3, 0.7 is known as a contact potential. But initially we will express this barrier in terms of energies, because we are considering energy levels on the y-axis. Here, let us see the expression for barrier voltage or barrier potential. First of all, E naught is equal to KT logarithmic of ND NA by Ni square electron volts. That is, how much amount of barrier is developed between P and N material. So here already we found that there is a barrier between P and N type material, isn't it? So this is a barrier. How much the barrier is or the barrier energy is developed, that expression is this one. So here what is K? K is a Boltzmann constant, T is the absolute temperature, ND, Na are the donor and acceptor concentrations, and here I is the intrinsic concentration. Okay, so intrinsic concentration is different and extrinsic concentration is different based on the doping agents you have added for making P and N type materials. Okay, so now usually we calculate the contact potential in terms of volts instead of this electron volts, instead of energy. Okay, so now V naught is equal to E naught by the overall charge on each electron, that is equal to, it will become KT by Q ln ND Na by Ni square volts. Just what we have done, simply we divided the above expression with the Q, overall charge on each electron. So that's why this is the expression for the contact voltage or contact potential. So here V naught is known as the contact potential. So here the KT by Q. So this expression we can replace with another one, that is V naught is equal to, we can replace it with Vt. This KT by Q can be replaced with the help of Vt. Vt is known as volt equivalent of temperature. So Vt ln ND Na by Ni square volts. So this is the final expression for the contact voltage or barrier potential, whatever may be the name given for this junction formed by PN junction diode. Then VT. So what is this VT? This VT can be represented as VT is equal to KT by Q, and you know the values of typical values of K and Q. After substituting the charge on each electron and the Boltzmann constant, we will get T by 11,600. So at absolute temperature, at T is equal to 300 degrees Kelvin or 27 degrees centigrade, 27 plus 273, it will become 300. Therefore, at room temperature, VT is equal to 300 by 11,600. So that is approximately 26 millivolts, which is a very, very important parameter while considering semiconductors operation at room temperature. Okay, so here this VT is known as a volt equivalent of temperature. Okay, so this is the final expression of the barrier voltage of open circuited PN junction diode. Thank you. Now, the assignments questions which covers this energy band diagram is draw the energy band diagrams of intrinsic, P-type and N-type semiconductors that we have already drawn, and you have to know where is the location of the Fermi level exactly in all these three types of semiconductors. Then draw the energy band diagram of open circuited PN junction. So you have to mark the equilibrium level of a Fermi level. Okay. Then write down the expression for diode current equation. Diode current expression is already we completed. So you have to write down the expression, and two special cases also you should mention. That is during forward bias condition, what is the final formula for diode current, and during reverse bias condition also. Then write down the expression for potential energy. So just now we have derived this expression for potential energy E0 and the contact potential or barrier potential V0. Thank you.